Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastion, Envi, Strong Style, Cinephile, and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. We got a trailer for that, I guess a couple days ago now. I've seen various reactions to it. Let's geek about it for a few minutes. Now, of course, the elephant in the room is they made Osborn black. He's been voiced by Coleman Domingo, and he's going to be mentoring Parker in this as opposed to Tony Stark in the MCU. This cartoon, I believe, originally was going to be connected to the MCU and be kind of a young Peter Parker formative years type of thing before we meet him in the Civil War. But I believe I read it unless I was just misremembering or in a vegetative state, to where the creators said that being tied to the MCU was too restrictive, so they decided to go their own way, which I'm fully fine with. I don't believe that we need to. That's the problem with the MCU now, is they're trying to tie everything together and make it so you have to have viewed everything to understand stuff, even though a project that they put out just may not be a genre that you're interested in. So I am happy with them doing their own thing. The art style of the show is going to take some getting used to for me. The costume is interesting. You see where it's, I guess it's very, I'm not going to say that stupid G word that you should never say when it comes to comic book related stuff, but it's practical as far as his webbing, I guess, being connected to like via tubing to a deal on the back of his belt or what have you. Only thing I don't like is those fingerless gloves, because I mean, you're leaving your fingerprints everywhere. So eventually somebody's gonna figure out Spider-Man, I would think. Um, we're seeing this is using the younger, like hot Aunt May version that we got in the MCU. Of course, Harry Osborn is gonna be black in this. And a couple things to note in this: it seems that Flash and Petey are going to be some form of friends, and everybody, uh, braids, cornrows are definitely a thing in this universe. And we've seen where there's some streaming going on in this one scene. I had read, unless again I'm misremembering, that Peter as Spider-Man was going to be a streamer, which, they're just kind of building this world in today's environment. A lot of kids are streaming, a lot of kids are TikToking and that sort of thing. It makes perfect sense that a young, a teenage superhero in this sort of day and age would be into that. It would use that to leverage his superhero identity. Perfect sense. It's just a lot of just fun comments about that. Latest one that I got actually before recording this video that reminded me to record this video was a guy saying that he wishes that he was tired of them, race swapping characters, and he wishes they would just make their own. They, as in us, as in black folk, would make our own civilization. you know. But it is interesting, and I would like someone, I guess, smarter than me, more nuanced in these sort of sociological type of things, that has an eye on the industry as well, too, because race swapping gingers with black folk is kind of like the thing. It's kind of like industry standard. So why is that? I would really like someone to deep dive into why that is. Um, but on the other hand, like, Norman Osborn's had waves, like sideways corn rolls types things, since, like, and I'm looking at his Marvel Legends figure over here, and yeah, same thing, the waves, since like the 70s. So now it's kind of like I've seen a bunch of people make comments that, like, now it makes sense, his character design. But we saw that Nico Minoru is going to be in the series as well. Kind of interested what part she plays. You look at the cast list, you see Charlie Cox is listed, so Matt Murdock or Daredevil will be showing up at some point. So again, it's like you're wondering if this was connected to the MCU. And again, maybe it was, but they found that to be restrictive. And I like that. I like that they understood that it did not serve the story to be shoehorned or shoehorning in MCU connections. I like that. Let's have that attitude going forth. Let's make good stories and not worry about this need to connect this multiversal stuff that, the bubble burst on that. They jumped the shark on that shit a while back. We need to rein it back in. But overall, it looked to be interesting. I'm not like a huge, Spider-Man guy. I do have like a Spider-Man shelf of villains over there with my figures. I am still seeking what is like the true, like, best Spider-Man figure to purchase, because I would like to do that for my collection. Just have one good singular, Spider-Man figure. It's all I need. I don't need all the 50 different variations and stuff. Just need one good one. But that's like, I enjoy him, but I'm not clamoring to see him. And he's had a number of series over the years. So again, kind of like my thing with Batman, the prospect of Brave and the Bold, or the upcoming Superman movie, is maybe we just have to tolerate more of this to then get us some other characters, some shine. Like, we're gonna get Daredevil, presumably. Maybe we'll get some other characters over the course of the series, and it'll give us exposure to, just like I said, just other characters and not the same old ones over and over again. Remains to be seen how it all plays out. But the trailer looked interesting. The actions looks good. Frenetic, kinetic sort of stuff. So I'm cool with that. The voice of Spider-Man, Hudson Thames, seems to be good. So I'm happy with it thus far from what I've seen from the quick trailer. I'll catch it when it's on Disney Plus because I like superhero stuff. So I'm kind of middle of the road with this Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man series. But how it all plays out remains to be seen. We'll all find out together, as we always and often do. But those are some of my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there, talk to me here. Until next time, of course, and always let us geek.